I mean, they try to do like in being the instructor. Like a lot of times, people when they come in and try, they're like, is this all that it's cracked up to be? Like I've heard that this is a good thing, but at the same time, like,
is this real?
I played real sports,
Yeah.
so I'm not, I can handle myself in a fight,
Mm-hmm.
and so then and it's funny because a lot of times those are the guys that sort of, and I'm not saying that you stunt on them or you make like an example of them or whatever. But you show them that a guy's like,
You humble them.
Right. A guy
Got
like
to.
me is like 160 pounds, 165 pounds, beats up on a guy who's in pretty good shape that's 220. And I'm not saying like beat up like he leaves and he's like limping, but just like I had an agenda of something I was trying to do, and this smaller person just thwarted it, just stopped it.
Couldn't do anything.
I couldn't do anything I wanted to do.
Right.
And next thing I know, he's on my back, and then I'm tapping out.
I love that, and that's like the number one thing. You got guys that, like you said, people that come from other sports or wrestling or whatever. They come into it and they go, they have that sort of not quite that faith in jiu-jitsu. That really, I mean, if I really try to strong arm you, what are you going to do? I mean,
exactly.
What are you really going to do, Tad? What are you going to do?
Right, and I think that there's a healthy amount of cynicism that a person should have when they approach anything. Because if you don't have like some amount of that,
then you'll get taken.
Right,
right.
Yeah, you'll get taken advantage of. Because if you search like some of these fake black belt videos,
I
online,
love those videos, and then you have a real blue belt or whatever going in and be like, do you really know jiu-jitsu? And then they get taken. Yeah.
Right. But I mean, like, so if a person doesn't approach it with some cynicism, then they can be taken advantage of by a scheme like this, where, a guy who maybe has some grappling experience opens up a gym and is like, I'm going to teach you Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I'm a black belt.
We're starting to see a lot of that nowadays too.
And there's more of it. And so you got to do a little bit of homework.
But that humbling experience that you were talking about, though, that's one of my favorites. Where a guy goes, like you said, there's nothing I could do about it. The realization, right? You watch these videos all the time where they go, there's nothing I could do. I was totally helpless. I'm sold. I need to learn this. I need to learn this.
And yeah, and in the first podcast I did, I think I told this story, but that was me. Like when I came in, I wasn't a big guy. But I came in, I had placed in the States when I was in high school, so I was a good grappler, and I thought like, okay, I'm just gonna go in, and I'm gonna go hard, like if this is something that's, and I already knew that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was cool, like I already believed in it, but I also like wanted to compete in it too, and like just see kind of where I was, and like, I thought that maybe I was a lot better than like a lot of the people just because I wrestled. And I found out, like, no, I'm not.
Nope.
I'm not.
Nope.